Hi, Kevin Ledoux at Ledoux Guitars, the Pragmatic Luthier. I'm here with the second in my series on building this acoustic bass guitar. I'm going to try and make these videos sort of short, just showing progress and discussing my theory and my thinking as I go along. I think I mentioned that in the first of the series. But today, I wanted to show you that I have an upper cross strut glued to this thing. And what's interesting about this is that it tapped. I don't even know what frequency it tapped at before I put the strut down because I didn't think to record it. But what I noticed was that once the strut went down, for one reason, go figure, or the other, it seems to have a longer response. I don't believe the pitch actually changed, but the duration is a little bit longer. And I did today take the time to compare this to a tone generator, a pure tone generator. And right now it's responding for the most part pretty clearly at F-sharp 2, which is 95 Hertz. So just a point of information, something for me to think about and maybe for you to think about. I have my X brace cut out, and that's going to go down in just a couple of minutes. I am using Sitka spruce bracing. This is 1/4 inch thick. A friend of mine nearby suggested that I might want to widen the bracing out, and I said no. I don't believe we want to rob the top of real estate. We want to keep all of the vibrating real estate on the top that we can. So I'm going to stay with 1/4 inch bracing, but I may handle it differently than I would for a 6-string guitar with a shorter scale. I think I should probably mention that this X angle, which I pointed out in the first of the series, this is actually 90 degrees here. So we're 45 degrees off the center line with these. Just a point of information, and there will be more information coming as we go along. Just as a sidebar, for those of you who are building and maybe are not doing this, although I'm sure many guitar makers do, I have here a representative drawing of an acoustic guitar. It doesn't matter what model or what size it really is. It's just representative with an X brace pattern drawn on it. And I have dimension lines set up so that I know what dimensions I want to record. And I go through and record each one of these dimensions as I place braces or when I lay the bracing pattern out. And that just helps me refer back later on when I want to compare notes with what I've done before. And I also have a very quick data sheet. The client's name is obscured here under my fingers, if you don't mind. But this is just a sheet that allows me to record the very basic data about the guitar, what model it is, what's the back and rim material, what's the scale length, and a few notes like that. Things will get more developed as we go along. And I keep that information in this folder, which I call my in-process folder. This is everything that's currently under construction. And then when I'm done, all of those records are moved to this book here, which I've been keeping for 30 years. And detailed notes about every guitar are not in here, but detailed notes about many are in here, and good notes about a lot of them are in here. So if you're not doing this as a new builder, in some form, it's a great idea, because after you start your second or third or 10th or whatever guitar, if you've got something to work from, now you've got a known point of departure. I'm probably preaching to the choir. Sorry. I will report back as soon as I have something else to report in this video. Okay, just a quick ending here. The X braces, as you can see, are glued down. So is the bridge patch and the tone bars. As I mentioned, the angle at the X braces is 90 degrees, so each one is 45 degrees away from the center line. The bridge patch is 96/1000ths of an inch at each end, and slightly thicker here because I formed the underside of that bridge patch to match the dome of the top, which happens to be 40 feet. And then my tone bars, I have brought those down to a 55 degree angle. Now usually for a 6-string instrument, at a higher pitch of course, I bring these up to about 60 degrees, but I thought tilting them down would loosen up this region a little bit more and allow that lower frequency oscillation. I have not done any testing because it's not out of the Go Bar deck, but as soon as I picked it up with just the X brace on it, it was tapping at 113,000 hertz. So we'll be back with another segment, but there's where we are so far. Thanks for watching.